What's up, everyone? Nameco Dustin here, doing some rankings, talking about big, gigantic human beings that catch footballs. I guess they all are, but these are bigger than most. These are the tight ends.
Before we get into it, though, DraftKings, you want a Smack Talk shirt? Of course you do. Go to DraftKings, use the promo code FST, or click on the card or the link in the description. Follow the directions there. Sign up, deposit $5 or more, and we'll send you a shirt, and DraftKings will give you a free entry to a cash game where you can win thousands of dollars. You can use it now, or you can wait until football starts. Gotta love it.
All right, let's go right into tight ends. Our number one, he's in a tier by himself, and that is Rob Gronkowski. And it's even with the Brady suspension, Gronk is just, he's superior to every other tight end. Last year he had over 80 catches, over 1,100 yards. I mean, you know about the touchdown potential with this guy. So Brady suspended or not, it's not going to matter to us. He's going to be there when it counts the most. We love Gronk, our number one tight end.
He's in a tier by himself, and Jimmy Graham, we feel, is in a tier by himself as well. You know, you look at the next guys, it's just you're just not as excited about Jimmy, as the guys past Jimmy Graham, as you are about him. So he's in a tier by himself. New home in Seattle. A lot of debates on whether it helps him or hurts him. I think it roughly keeps him the same. He's still going to be a huge red zone threat. He's going to be, more of a focal point in that offense, but they don't pass as much. So I think it kind of balances out a little bit, but you're just not as excited, in my opinion, about taking him early second. So I think he slips a little bit, late second, early third-ish range, but clearly the number two.
All right, the guy in tier 3 that we think could move up into this elite tier next year, potentially, is Travis Kelce, and that's why he's in tier 3, but third overall as well. So Kelce, he is like an inch or two shorter than Gronk, like 20 pounds lighter than him, which makes him still a monster of a human. Extremely athletic, can catch the ball, and last year, everyone was wondering why was he being featured more. It came out after that he was kind of banged up with this injury and that injury all year, and they really think he's going to be the focal point of the passing offense there in Kansas City. So I really do like his upside. He's got great athletic ability, amazing hands. Travis Kelce could be in line for a monster year.
Tier 4, the middle guy in this tier, Zach Ertz. Obviously, you're excited about maybe this being the year he takes his game to the next level. But I want to talk about Julius Thomas and Cameron, both in new homes. And yes, Julius Thomas going to Jacksonville. You're not nearly as excited about that as him being in Denver, but he should still be a pretty big red zone threat. And I like Jordan Cameron in Miami. I think that offense is headed in the right direction, and he could be very involved from day one.
We are big Dolphins fans. It seems like in all the rankings, we're a big fan. Either way, here we go. Tier 5. Two guys in it, but we're only going to talk about one, and that's Jason Witten. I know what you're thinking. How boring. And he never catches touchdowns. Well, he had 5 touchdowns last year, 8 the year prior to that, so touchdowns are a fluky thing anyway. But what you're going to get out of Witten, you really more look for him in a PPR. He's a target monster. He's going to get between 90 and 100 targets again, catch the ball about 70 times again. He's kind of boring, but he's reliable.
Tier 6, obviously you're going to see Ladarius Green on there as a guy to get excited about. Check out our Deep Sleepers video. We do like this guy with Antonio Gates, missing the first part of the season. And then Kobe Fleener. Now here's a guy, the Indy situation with the tight ends is very interesting.
Dustin loves this guy.
They got Andre Johnson now. Obviously Dwayne Allen out there as well. We like Dwayne Allen a little bit more than Fleener. And I know there's a lot of things going against Fleener, but you got to look at what he's done too. He's gotten better each year in the league. He's going into his 4th season. I think in terms of getting a tight end late that has big upside, I do like Fleener, but we do think Allen is the guy to go first off the board in Indy.
Now, Brent Nameco, personally, in Tier 7, I want to talk about 2 guys, but I personally think Safari and Jenkins of the Tampa Bay Bucks should go over Fleener. I love this kid upside. And in any, what's that?
It's too much of a reach.
No, it's not. In any league, and if I'm waiting on it, I either want to get like the Gronk, the Grahams, or the Kelce, or I am waiting to the end and I am taking this guy in all of my leagues. Second year, gotta like that. I'm a big fan of Winston coming in and succeeding in the NFL early. He's got the 2 big receivers on the outside taking most of the coverage. I love this guy running up the seams, love him as a red zone threat. I think he's gonna have a big year. Then I want to talk about Josh Hill, the guy that everyone assumes is just going to put up Jimmy Graham numbers because he's taking Jimmy Graham's spot. As Dustin put it best, he ain't Jimmy Graham. He might not even start. There's rumors that Ben Watson, the old man, might actually end up playing on more snaps than him. So just really buyer beware with Josh Hill. He's going way too high because people assume tight end on the Saints equals, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. He might not even be the starting tight end, so just look out.
Tier 8, I want to talk about Eric Ebron. He proved yet again last year why you don't draft rookie tight ends. But now he's coming into the second year, and you got to be a little more excited about him. Calvin getting a little bit older. Reggie Bush is gone. They might be looking for, a couple more targets going his way. Obviously with us having him ranked this low, we're not super excited about him, but he could definitely start slowly climbing up the draft board for the next year or so.
So as I look at tier 9, there's no one I'm super excited about, so I'm going to talk about one that I'm most excited out of a bad bunch in my opinion, and that's Kyle Rudolph. Maybe at some point he'll live up to the hype, because everyone's always looked at him. He's had a few flashes games where it's like, oh, if he does that consistently, it's going to be great. I do like Teddy Bridgewater taking a step forward this year, not as big as a step as a lot of other people believe. A lot of people think Teddy Bridgewater is going to be Russell Wilson. That ain't happening, but Kyle Rudolph could be a sneaky, really late tight end in a deep, deep league.
He's always got the end zone potential.
He does.
Baker right here, Dustin right here. Sign up for DraftKings. Get into our forums if you got any questions. Our top 150 will be up on the site, so you're going to want to print that off for your draft.
Cheat!
Tight ends!
Tight ends!
Big
Cheat
guys.
sheets!